Ladies and gentlemen, here's Dimpool, a person who believes that Russia invaded Ukraine because Ukraine blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, which happened after Russia invaded. I know. Yes, there's stupid, and then there's fucking moronic. All right, so this is his thing. Ukraine invasion of Russia risks World War III. Russia could use nuclear weapons in retaliation. What is he doing now? Is he just translating Russian television for everybody? Ukraine's incursion in Russia could change everything, Mark Kelly says. This really set Putin back on his heels, he said, of Russia's president. Let's see what he gets from it.
Huge news from Politico. Ukraine's incursion into Russia could change everything, Mark Kelly says. This really set Putin back on his heels, he said, of Russia's president.
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
It really depends if China is ready to engage, to take Taiwan, and they...
What? Dude, we have troops in Taiwan right fucking now. There is no way China takes Taiwan without killing some of our people. You think they're ready to do that? You think that's what they're leading toward? And what the fuck does this have to do with anything? As a matter of fact, this would make you less likely, one would think.
They want to go to war.
With who? Everyone?
If China stands back and lets this happen, I don't know what...
Wait a minute. Let's what happen? It's not their fucking problem.
Russia can do, but Ukraine has invaded Russia.
Yeah. Fucking weeks ago. Where the shit have you been? This video is from 3 days ago. Oh, hey, what's happening? By the way, yeah, shout out the show. Share it around. Let people know you're here. If you're on Facebook, please use an angry emoji about the show. Somehow it works. Probably is the same way on Shitter as well. Just letting you know.
I think this is the scariest outcome we could have seen.
Well, hey, here's a good idea. You know why you think that? Maybe because you weren't in Bucha when they sent in fucking rape squads, you dumbass. This is the scariest? This is the fucking scariest. Good Lord.
Hindustan Times, not that I think is the greatest source or whatever.
Or whatever.
NATO rift over Ukraine, Kursk's incursion exposed. Italian deputy prime minister warns West of World War III. Yeah, here we go.
Look, it's in the Hindustan Times. You managed to find a paper that reinforces your belief about this. But stop complaining. Just enjoy it. Bask in the bullshittery.
Telegraph. World War III is closer than anyone dare admit. I mean, I've been talking about it.
Yeah. For years.
Ukraine has invaded Russia.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Let's pull this up. Let's pull up the...
Is he alone in the studio? Look at that, Tim. We're on. You got this multi-million-dollar show. You got 1.2 million subscribers. You got all these big, you have guests like Jordan Peterson. That's awesome. And your little studio that you have there. And here you are alone looking up stuff on the internet just like I have to. It's interesting. It's almost like we both have the exact same number of viewers. Only mine are real.
The map here. We're grabbing it, and we'll do Kursk.
Yeah, no time like the present. Yeah, where is this happening?
Russia.
As opposed to Kursk, West Virginia.
This is Ukraine.
Wait a minute. This is Kursk, Ohio.
Invading Russian territory. Let me...
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Close this. Drop this in.
Yeah, put it over there. Carry the 2. This is great, man. And I thought my programming sucked.
Kursk.
$1 million show, ladies and gentlemen. Millions. Just raking it in. Just letting you know. This is just the money's just flooding into this motherfucker. Just team of people working with all the time. The only way this asshole isn't saying to somebody, hey, bring up the thing like fucking Joe Rogan does is because no one can stand him anymore. His own staff is like, do it your damn self.
Here's the map. Here's you.
Yes, you're right. That is, well, broken clock theory, that is indeed a map. Well played, sir.
Ukraine, and they have invaded this territory of Russia. It's kind of hard to see, but here's the...
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, there's only like hundreds of fucking pictures online where people have outlined it and show exactly... Well, motherfucker, hold on. Let's see if I can do this quicker. Ukraine, Kursk, invasion area. Maybe that work. See images. 3, 2, 1. There you go. There you go. Look at this. Hey, asshole. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hey, asshole. Look at this. It's the same map, and somebody circled it for you. Took me about 3 seconds. Dum-dum. How about this? Let's go to the next one. Okay, there's Izium. There's this thing. Yeah. Jump in here. I'll just do Kurt. Invasion area is the part that's throwing it off. Dink donk. Oh, that's why. I misspelled Ukraine when I was typing. Because I was moving too fast. Damn it. Here you go, stupid. How about that one? That's easier. Here's Kursk. There's the region. Right there. Just pull that one up and draw a circle around it. It's a little hard to see. Sorry, I interrupted you while you were Jimmy Doring.
Border of Ukraine. They've now invaded Russia.
Uh-huh. After what? Oh, wait. Almost 3 years of being invaded by Russia, if you don't count all the way back to fucking 2014?
I mean, we saw this coming.
Yeah, oh, you did? Hold on. What? You saw this coming. You saw... this asshole who's been saying the Ukraine's losing, they're going to lose, they can't not lose, they're going to lose, they're losing, they're the losingest losers, and we're just going to lose, and it's going to cost us all, and we're wasting money, and we're throwing good money after bad, and this motherfucker says he Jesus Christ. Did you now? Did you now?
Do you think Russia is just going to sit back and say, Western forces are invading our country, we're going
to... Western forces. What? Western Ukrainians, you dumb motherfucker.
Do nothing?
Yes. Dude, they're a 4-hour drive from fucking Moscow. What do you think they're going to do? Carpet bomb their own fucking country? What do you think happens to all the sabotage teams and the people who are already causing trouble all over fucking Russia if they launch a tactical nuke at Kyiv? They would slit Putin's throat that night, dum-dum.
They've lost their minds. You vote.
I gotta say, maybe, just maybe, you lost yours. I'm just throwing that in. It's a possibility.
But for Kamala Harris, my friends, don't be surprised if your sons are drafted. Don't be surprised if your daughters are drafted. The Democratic Party.
Why would we have to? They're already winning. What are you talking about? The Ukrainians by themselves, without any NATO troops, much less U.S. troops, have invaded Russia. And what the fuck kind of draft do you have in a nuclear war, dum-dum?
Party wants to expand the draft to women.
Mm-hmm. You think that's because the Democratic Party wants dead men and dead women? You think that's why they want to do it? Uh-huh.
All of these single cat ladies, the greatest thing in the world for the Western war machine.
What?
You know why?
No one does, you absolute weirdo. What? Jesus Christ. I don't know what J.D. Vance huffs every day to be a misanthropic fucking incel loser, even with the support structure, family, and money that he has. But apparently he left some of it on Tim Pool's dresser last week.
If you are a parent,
I am a parent.
if you're a woman who's pregnant,
I am not a woman who's pregnant, but I am a parent.
they're not sending you to fight.
Well, I mean, they're not sending 55-year-olds at all.
If you're a woman who has a young child, they can't send you to fight.
Oh, so this is a wait. This is the Democratic Party's like baby maker scheme that they're going to institute the draft so that women have babies so they can't be drafted? Huh?
If you're a young man, bye. You're first in line. Harry's sister
That's the asshole. That's how the draft always was.
is going to be on the front lines. I'm not kidding. They're going to have him do some kind of PR role, frontline stuff, if it really comes down to the draft. He's
No, they won't. Why? The fuck for?
young enough. He's perfect for it. If World War III really does kick off,
Then it won't be a battle of guns. It will. What the hell?
if Russia does expand this conflict, and then, look,
To what? Ukraine expanded this conflict. Russia did expand this. They started this fucking conflict. Hey, let me put it in terms you can understand. Think of this as chapter 3 of the Chechen War. They took the Chechen War and then they expanded to fucking Georgia and then they expanded to Ukraine and then they expanded on top of that. And then they ran out of shit and now they're getting their ass kicked.
I can give you a scenario.
Okay, great. Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the black crayon who's been doing a lot of night sky now is going to give us a scenario.
Let's jump back to the map.
Let's jump back. What's that sound?
Kursk gets invaded.
Where's Kursk again? It's kind of a big map. Is it generally in this area? I just need to know because I want to understand this scenario.
Russia, here's a strategy.
Fuck me. All right. This is like a guy trying to bluff his way through like playing Risk. Yeah, I play all the time. You ever have one of those motherfuckers? You're like, hey, you ever play Risk? Oh, yeah, sure. We used to play it in high school. Shit.
And I'm saying Russia could have a simple strategy.
Okay, great. What would that simple strategy be? Kill everyone?
How do you force Ukraine to back off from the Kursk region? You attack Latvia.
I did not see that one coming. That's actually dumber than where I thought he was going. I'm amazed. I was like, this is gonna be stupid, but I didn't think it'd be Latvia stupid. Wait, back up. Wait, back up. That's too what? That's too good.
And I'm saying Russia could have a simple strategy. How do you force Ukraine to back off from the Kursk region? You attack Latvia. You've got Kaliningrad right here, this chunk right here on the Baltic. This is Russia. Kaliningrad right here is a Russian oblast that is not connected to Russia.
Yes. That if they ever started shit, would be squashed by Latvian troops and Polish troops in an afternoon, dum-dum.
It is bordered to the north by Lithuania and to the south by Poland. They could launch an incursion from Kaliningrad into Lithuania.
Sure. And they would get to Latvia when? Exactly? Wait. Wait, did I mishear him?
This is Russia.
Wait, no, before that.
Saying Russia could have a simple strategy.
I think you mean simpleton strategy in deference to whatever the fuck this is, but please.
How do you force Ukraine to back off from the Kursk region?
Okay, which is down here, by the way. Not at all bordered by Latvia or Lithuania. Okay.
You attack Latvia.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know why, but for a moment I thought I must have misheard him. He must have said Lithuania. Now I realize he's only just now understanding that Lithuania and Latvia are different countries, and Lithuania is the one that's closer, and he misread. This is, ladies and gentlemen, join in, will you? Please hit that like, please subscribe, because they're just nowhere else on a live stream do you have these kind of choice lightning-like moments where in the universal scheme that created the Reese's cup, the peanut butter of moronic concepts splashes cock first into a giant cloud of the chocolate of inability to read and function on any kind of realistic timeline. And those two things have going together. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just watched it happen. This is the Reese's cup of ignorance and ego. Slap it together. Okay, here we go. Tim Pool, just when you thought he couldn't be any fucking dumber than he already is. Again, this is the guy who thinks that Russia invaded Ukraine because they blew up the pipeline that blew up after they invaded. So again, there's an issue we now know with the space-time continuum in general with Tim. Okay.
You've got Kaliningrad right here, this chunk right here on the Baltic.
That's right. But okay, and how do we attack Latvia? Through Lithuania. Okay.
This is Russia. Kaliningrad right here is a Russian oblast that is not connected to Russia.
Or Latvia. Never mind. Sorry, you were saying.
It is bordered to the north by Lithuania and to the south by Poland.
Right. Neither of which is Latvia.
They could launch an incursion from Kaliningrad into Lithuania.
And the Lithuanians will do what?
In fact, they could attack Lithuania from the south and Latvia from the east.
That's okay. I'm just going to go with I don't think this plan is as simple as you made it out to be. I thought you said simple plan, simple in deference to you and your audience. You said simple, and simple was they could just attack Latvia. Now you're involving not only Lithuania, but Transnistria is responsible for this primary attack on Lithuania when they clearly are not armed for this kind of a conflict. And what the fuck do you think Poland's supposed to do? Ew, God. This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of programming that you can really only have this kind of an experience either watching Tim Pool's show or being denied oxygen while you're in ICU. These are the only two ways you can have this experience. Okay? You can either have the brown acid, which everybody told you not to take, or you can watch this piece of Tim Pool's show. Because fuck me, this is dumb. All right, and I don't know how he gets out of this. The simple plan to attack Latvia, which you would have done from up here, obviously, now they're going to do it through Lithuania. I think it's because he thought Lithuania and Latvia were the same thing, and that, never mind. Well, I don't want to presume, because I'm going to overlay logic and reason on this, and I will be led down a primrose path.
It'd be a massive expansion.
Yeah, not quite a simple one, but all right. And
but it would force Ukraine or NATO to reassess.
No, it wouldn't. It would force NATO or Ukraine to attack. Also, where is Russia going to get the arms and the personnel to open up two new fronts in this war on countries that did fucking nothing to them and that are not primarily supplying any of the arms that are kicking their ass? What the fuck? You think they make lats like latissimus dorsi in Latvia? Is that like these guys won't even be able to like clap. They won't have the musculature to clap because they won't have lats. What? This is fucking bizarrely dumb. This is like, he has to be alone in this room. Or everybody on his show hates him. I can't think of another reason why you would say something like this in a room on a show that makes as much money as this show allegedly makes. And no one like throws themselves, like knocks the camera over and goes, dude.
Now, I don't know that Russia could handle by itself going up against all of the Western powers.
No, dude, it can barely handle going up against Ukraine.
The question that
it's been invaded by the country it invaded, you dumb motherfucker.
Becomes, how does Turkey handle this?
That is the truth. That's a good question. How would Turkey handle Transnistria invading Lithuania and Russia invading Latvia for no fucking reason? I swear to God, like every one of these countries in my head when he brings them up, I just see them like they're working on something and they're like, fuck does this have to do with me? Like I'm in the middle of something. What? What the fuck? Turkey? Jesus Christ. Why don't you bring up Chad and the Congo while you're at it?
The question then becomes, what does China think?
No, the question becomes, do you even think?
Russia's huge. If China enters the fray, joining Russia,
joining Russia, motherfucker, God damn it. I don't know if you're just catching up on current events, man, but they just got their asses kicked. China has been renaming parts of Russia back to the Chinese name of the place before they lost the Russo-China War. They're planning on retaking that. If Russia opens up another front and then another front while it's getting its dick handed to it, China's just going to take back its old territory in the north. What the ever-loving fuck are you talking about? Could you know less about any of the... I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you talk about this shit every day, all day, and know less about it now than when you started? Right? How do you know less about it the more you talk about it? It's astounding. This is astounding. I am shocked.
Taiwan, splitting U.S. forces. Welcome to World War III.
What? No, that's not how this goes, dummy. First of all, there's no way they attack Taiwan without killing U.S. forces. They know that. We know that. Right? There is nothing in it for them. And all we have to do to end China in a matter of days is block one stretch of water way over here. And then nobody eats. China imports 85% of their food and 80% of their energy. If it stops for a week, people just start starving to death en masse. The only reason it doesn't happen is because we don't want it to happen. You think Xi Jinping gives a rat fuck? But if Russia overextends itself, China can just take back the territory that it lost to Russia, dummy. Why would you, I mean, literally, you can say, we'll just put Taiwan off for later, but we can reclaim fucking shit we lost from the Russians and the Mongols all once. And much of it, by the way, full of oil and gas. They import all their oil and gas. They could just take those fields and Russia couldn't do fuck all about it. Are you oh God, this is the most ignorant shit I have heard in ages. I'm almost impressed. There are people who woke up yesterday from a fucking coma who would have a better grasp of this by perusing headlines.
Not to mention, we've already got a crisis in the Middle East. You've got the Houthi rebels.
Don't mention it.
in the Red Sea attacking shipping lanes.
Yes. To attack allegedly on behalf of the Palestinians. They are attacking Chinese ships full of Russian oil. Yeah, I know. And we're the ones defending them because there's civilians working on them, and we're just good like that.
Saudi Arabia, Yemen.
What about them? Tell us what you know about Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Are they best friends? Do they hate each other? Are they going to war anytime soon? Are the Saudis, using us to fight the Houthis, or could they do it themselves if we pulled out and we refused to give them security? Would they get toppled by the Houthis? Tell us, Tim Pool? Tell us. And somebody's like, who watches Tim Pool? He's got 1.2 million subscribers. I have 70,000 and change. Okay. I am definitely in this circumstance punching up internet-wise. Now, if we're both walking down the street, who comes up and says, I love your show more often? I get that crap. And mainly because I have several shows and people do that, and it's a lovely thing. That said, and increasingly about the live stream, which is also beautiful. That said, never mind. We're back to how stupid this asshole is.
You've got Iran.
I do have Iran. It'll always be there.
Things are heating up.
Things are heating up. Other things are cooling off. Some things are lukewarm. Others, we're waiting till they get golden brown. And occasionally we have to stick something, with a fork to see if it's nice, if the fork pushes in straight or if it stops. All right.
And
one second. I know what it's doing. I know what's wrong. I know. Wait. I know. Hold on. Let's see. This will do. There you go. Now I'll get the ratings. Oh my God, this is terrible. My head feels all hot. Oh God, if I wear this for long, I could just feel myself getting dumber. That's what it is. It's brain overheat. Ow! I can't do it. I can't wear it for long. That's rough, ladies and gentlemen. I think I know what the cause was. Clearly, at this point, that's I'm concerned. Maybe it's the color. Hi. Nope. Now I just look like a blue crayon. Maybe I need a bigger one. There's a beanie. Hi, how you doing? A beanie, bad. Boink, boink, boink. A boink, boink. I have to wear a bigger beanie because my head is so full of geographical and intercontinental and multinational information because I'm so smart. I'm so smart. You just fill my beanie up. Just fill it up. I got a full beanie, baby. All right. Sorry. I'm back. This is just so dumb. And we're only 4 minutes into a 12-minute clip.
I think that...
I think you're a dumbass. I'm stunned at how dumb this guy is. I really am. Like, I don't watch Tim Pool. I don't watch, it comes up in my, recommendations when I've been watching really dumb people for a while. And they're like, hey, you like Glenn Beck? He's an idiot. Maybe you'll like this idiot, too. But this is off the fucking charts.
I fear. I don't know. I fear.
I don't know. I fear. Tim, if I were you, I would make a T-shirt out of that with just a beanie right here and just says, I don't know. I fear. What sums up the fucking show better than that? I mean, come on.
We will have full-scale war before the election.
What do you define as full-scale war? Where? What's full-scale?
I mean, I feel like it would result in Trump winning, but this is their fail-safe.
Sorry, if we have an absolute war, Trump will win because why? Because he'll get in the office and threaten everybody? And if we have full-scale war before Trump gets in, fucking difference does it make? Especially if it's a nuclear war. What?
The military-industrial complex, they call it.
Oh, fuck off. Do they? Who do they? They call it that? Is that what they call it?
Wants the war.
Who gives a shit? What war? What war do they want? I got news for you. I don't know a single business person who wants nuclear oblivion.
If Donald Trump becomes president and the war
which is hilarious and isn't going to happen.
is already on, it will be very, very difficult to stop.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's he going to do? Just he's just going to go, the missiles are away, hallelujah, and spike the football?
And Trump may have no choice but to say, we're going to see this through. We can't stop now.
Can't stop now. We got a nuclear bomb heading down your chimney. Can't stop now. Look, what kind of war do you think this is going to be? World War III is going to be, that it lasts long enough for there to be a conversation about it later? Is he going to be president of the fucking basement?
I think Trump will attempt to bring peace.
Why? Why? He's in construction, dum-dum, or he used to be. Why would he want that? I would think that the obliteration of buildings is perfect for a developer.
But I do believe that Democrats will try to make this war happen.
How? What? Oh, by what? What? How are Democrats going to make World War III happen on this schedule? We've got a lot to do. I mean, Kamala Harris's team, they're all working very hard on TV ads and stuff. You can't plan a war at the same time. I mean, I guess you could leave it up to the Pentaverate or the fucking Illuminati. And look, as the deep state, most people don't know this, but I am the Democratic establishment. I am indeed the deep state. Most people... I hit bottom while everybody else scrapes the shit out of the sides. Even I am way too busy to plan World War III. I mean, God, just the fucking light show.
Before anyone can change office.
Anyone?
Speaking on CBS's Face the Nation, the Arizona Democrat said 130,000 Russians have had to leave their homes. At this point in the conflict, I think the Ukrainians did something unpredictable that could really change the tide of how this conflict is going to play out. At the time of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there were fears that if Ukraine and its allies expanded into Russian territory, a regional or global conflict could break out. The war, however, has largely settled into a stalemate.
I maybe should have read this article before?
At least until Ukraine's forces crossed into the Kursk region in Russian territory.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
It is simple. Invade Latvia. Putin, it's your only chance. Not directly, obviously. Have Transnistria go through Lithuania first. And I don't know whether Lithuania has an army. I think they'll probably try to stop it, but that's not important. Excellent plan. Excellent. Very simple. Just have your people drive north. That's all. North, west, or east. I forget. Whichever the way the globe bends. It doesn't matter. The important thing is, as soon as they get to Latvia, then send other troops you don't have way around and have them attack Estonia. No. Fuck. I should have paid attention in social studies. Shit.
Low-yield tactical nukes. Russia is not going to tolerate...
I will not be ignored.
Its city being evacuated.
They already have, dummy. They already have. They are currently tolerating it. Ukrainians have blown up 6 fucking bridges, dummy. And your response is, it's time to fuck Latvia up via Lithuania.
How long until Russia says 100 kilotons?
I think they've already said it. They said it 2 times last year, but then they didn't do anything then either.
We'll keep it small.
We'll keep it small. 100 kilotons is totally small. Yeah. And we'll hit Latvia, Lithuania. We will, maybe not Latvia, Estonia. We'll bomb Kursk. We know there's a lot of Ukrainians there.
And Kiev. That ends the war overnight.
No, it does not. It does not end the war overnight.
I don't know.
Why would it end the war overnight? Why? Why wouldn't that just double down everybody's resolve and go, holy fuck, these assholes went for it, and that all the forces inside Ukraine wouldn't just blaze a trail and destroy the Kremlin with Putin in it? What do you mean? Why would they just go, oh shit, I didn't think you were serious. They've been trying to bomb fucking Kyiv this whole time, dummy.
No, that we'll see that that we see that right away.
Yeah, not right away. Obviously, later. I got shit to do. So not right away.
I think what we see first is
is Latvia getting fucked up.
Likely going to be
Latvia getting its ass kicked. Fucking Latvia.
Oh, yield.
By the way, I would like to say for the record, all jokes aside, I and all my friends at New Trier High School that we used to hang out in our group, we had a friend named Harry Kahn, and he was from Latvia. He came from Latvia. He's an exchange student, bad skin, good guy, and a little bit weird, but English was not his first language, and it was always tough. But we hung with him, and we accepted him, and we tried to make him feel welcome. And it was ice skate uphill because he was very Eastern European. But he, if you know what I'm saying. But he was from Latvia, and so it is. I'm not being flippant with Harry's family that are still in Latvia, and I do not recommend Vladimir Putin if you're watching, and you probably are, because I know you're a big fan of how I teabag Trump on his fucking forehead every day. And don't smile too much because you're next. But I just like to say, leave. Don't go after Latvia. We'll fuck you up. Just saying.
Nuclear artillery, flattening the eastern region of Ukraine.
That part of Ukraine is already flat. That's the part that's already been flattened. That would be the Donbass, dumbass.
Just wiping out some key areas.
You mean the part with Russians in it? What are you talking about? What are you gonna? Let me explain. Okay, the other plan is you got a bunch of Russians on that side, right? On the eastern side. There's all the Donbass full of Russians, and then you're going to bomb, you're going to nuke the cities in between them and Kyiv so that anybody who lives there, if they want to go to the rest of Ukraine once you take it over, in theory, by invading Latvia, will have to pass through a fucking apocalyptic nuclear hellscape, getting cancer while they, farm crops in a glow-in-the-dark field. What the fuck?
If Russia uses any kind of actual higher yield nuclear weapon, then it's World War III and they know it.
Are you sure? I don't know. You think you're not going to surprise them? They wouldn't go like, I thought we were just using, what's the big deal? It's just higher yield nukes. What are you guys getting upset about?
But I don't know that it matters anymore.
Nah, it probably doesn't. What does?
This is psychotic. Ukraine.
Why is it psychotic? I'm serious. Ukraine has been invaded multiple times. Russia bombs their infrastructure, kills their children, steals their fucking children. But this is insane.
Ukraine is the enemy of this country.
What? Wow. Hold on. Look how mad he gets. I mean, it's almost adorable. It's certainly a weak, cute form of mad. But look how pissed he is.
This is psychotic. Ukraine is the enemy of this country. Ukraine is our enemy.
What the fuck? Now he's entered into a whole new category, which is stupid and angry. Always a good mix. And probably, again, why he's alone in a room doing his show instead of with his usual crew of whoever's.
Funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine.
Why would that? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were broadcasting from Russia. Is this one of those things like AI where it translates it automatically and it looks super fucking real?
They are
No, because even Russian mill bloggers aren't this stupid. They at least know geography.
Expanding this war. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you've got criminal elements of the U.S. government pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do.
criminal elements of the U.S. government, pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do, which didn't include invade Russia. But okay, good Lord.
Ukraine.
By the way, I gotta say, I kind of enjoying seeing him this mad and this dumb at the same time. It's quite satisfying. It's a good time.
Is now accused. A German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline.
No, the country wasn't. A Ukrainian was part of it. By the way, the Donbass, the area that Russia has had control over since 2014, still part of Ukraine. People there still have Ukrainian passports. So that person very well could have been acting on behalf of the Russian government, intending that they get blamed for this. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting too deep in it. Let's just let him be upset.
Triggering this conflict.
Oh dear. Not only does Tim think Lithuania and Latvia are the same country, a mistake a lot of Americans with, anything more than a mild concussion might confuse on occasion. He also thinks September comes before February every year.
Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world.
You're a very silly person. There's some, let's be honest, he said some stupid shit tonight, but this is magically stupid. This is, I gotta say, the anger part of it makes it sort of a bummer to watch, It's not as charmingly dumb as the whole, this is a simple plan, attack Latvia thing. And I also, all right.
We should rescind all funding and financing, pull out all military support, and we should apologize to Russia.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But thanks for letting us know where your funding is coming from.
Vladimir Putin's a bad guy.
Uh-oh. Now you've done it.
Not a good dude. Don't like him. But for what reason are we...
Yikes. I got to say, it's awkwardly weird. Like, maybe this is... Hold on, chat room. Real quick. I am often confused at how anti-Ukraine some folks are. Like, I get the non-interventionists. I get the folks who are like, don't want us to be anywhere. And they kind of do that in general, like the Rand Pauls of the world, who kind of, from a political stance, don't give a fuck about anybody, right? So they're like, why should we be helping any of these assholes, period, right? It's just kind of a generalized idea, but they don't have a bone to pick with any of the countries individually, right? It's just a kind of general, like, disdain for American adventurism, or they have this leftover thing from Iraq or something, right? There's a bunch of those folks. But then there are the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Ron Johnsons, the Tucker Carlsons, and in this case, the Tim Pools, where their anger towards Ukraine is way off the fucking charts. They got dumped by a Ukrainian chick. I wouldn't rule that out, although the idea that this asshole would get a Ukrainian chick in the first place is fairly slim. But you know what I mean? Like, this seems to be just like mean-spirited, tanky horseshit. But it's like, it seems so oddly personal. Right? We don't have troops on the ground. Like, I marched against the Iraq war, both of them, the first one and the second one. A lot of us believe that even the Afghanistan war, as it dragged on, was supposed to be the good war, because it was primarily about keeping the Taliban out just so women had a chance to live, and we were propping up that government. But after a while, it became futile, and it was clear that unless they wanted to do it themselves, and they were increasingly getting less input from the public there, we should probably just get out, because we can't. We're not going to make them the 51st state, and we can't enforce this, and it's just costing us more than we're gaining on a lot of different, right? Okay, that I get. Because we had troops on the ground. We had our own soldiers there. Right? I don't think I've ever seen this dipshit mad about areas where we have our own soldiers like this. Talk about Iraq like this. He talks about it almost like it's academic. Or Afghanistan. And I don't watch him enough to know whether maybe some of our stuff that we work as UN peacekeepers, for example, that he hates just as much. But it doesn't seem like it. It seems like this motherfucker is going, I don't like Vladimir Putin, but his balls taste spectacular. I don't understand their anger about Ukraine as a country. It's really fucking odd.
Now allowing Ukrainian forces to invade Russia.
We're not allowing them, dummy. Maybe do you have a brother over there? Maybe he was trying to get them to invade Poland and they got lost.
Russia's only recourse if they lose the Kursk region is going to be
I guess losing Belgorod too, wherever that is.
Bombing Ukraine. They cannot win, but by the graces of Russia does Ukraine continue.
Oh, it's a gift. So Russia's just giving them 500,000 dead Russians, 1,000 a day, because they like this little game of the cat and the mouse.
Because Russia has nukes. Russia is deciding not to flatten Ukraine. If Russia...
what do you think China's response will be if they launch a nuke at Ukraine, a country they invaded? What do you think China's going to do? They're tacitly arm's length support. I don't even know why I'm starting to talk like this. I'm talking to somebody who actually understands any of this shit.
Decides right now that an invasion into their territory is too much, and so they decide to just...
It's too much. I can't take it anymore, okay? I wasn't going to do it, but now you've done it, okay? All I was doing was bombing your hospitals and your schools and your roads and your power plants and threatening to blow up your nuclear facilities and destroying your waterways and blowing up dams and stealing, an entire peninsula so that I could have the oil and gas off the coast of it. But this is and then you invade me? How dare you? How dare you?
Carpet bomb or nuke Ukraine. It's over. Maybe that's what NATO wants.
Yes, NATO wants them to carpet bomb and nuke Ukraine so that they can nuke Russia, because everybody's goading to have a nuclear war. Everybody's just very excited about. Do you ever occur to you why Russia hasn't done it yet? Because maybe even they know. Never mind. I'm doing it again. I got to trick me into being illogical again. How does it happen?
Justification for entering the war and scaling things up and starting World War III. World War III being the excuse by which they can rush into Russia, destroy their government.
Wait a minute. Rush in? Rush in. I mean, that's funny. I get it. Rush in. Sure. They're already in. They're already there. I mean, they are closer to Moscow than I am to Los Angeles.
Putin's in between a rock and a hard place.
No, he's in a tiny little weird room in the bottom of the Kremlin.
What's he going to do? Allow NATO to expand on its border? Literally invade?
Wait. Allow NATO to expand on its border? What are you talking about? This is not a NATO country that's invading him.
Its territory? It did.
Wait, what? Hold on. What? What was that again?
Literally invade its territory? It did.
Yeah, it did. Like he answered, like he's now doing my answers to his bullshit. Are they going to allow people to invade their territory? It did.
Literally invade its territory? It did.
It's like a part of his brain woke up and went, dude, we're on the air right now?
Will China intervene on behalf of Russia? Things are getting crazy.
Now they're getting crazy? Things are getting crazy. Are they? Do you think?
At first, we heard that the Ukrainians were firing rockets into this region.
No, we did not, stupid. No. No. They did. They literally didn't fire rockets. They drove in, you dumb fuck. I swear to, like I said, somebody could wake up from a fucking coma, peruse some headlines and understand what's going on better than Tim Pool does. This is fucking like.
And they said it's because Russians were attacking them from this territory.
And you would say, yes, this is true, but
now they've invaded and triggered an evacuation.
Wait, hold on. You skip past the part where you confirmed or denied that Russia was attacking Ukraine from within its own territory. So it was firing across its border into another country, and therefore an attack into their country by the other country is well within the rules of war. Yes?
On Sunday, host Margaret Brennan asked Kelly if he was comfortable with American weapons being used on Russian soil. I am at this point, Kelly said. The Ukrainians were illegally attacked by Vladimir Putin.
This is going to be very upsetting for Tim.
He's intentionally killing women, children, old people. It was an illegal invasion. Illegal?
Yes, illegal. There was no preemption. There was no international law like what Israel is using with Hezbollah, for example. They get information that there's right across their border something awful has happened. So there are from the international, from the laws of war and international standpoint, there are some invasions that are specifically defensive in that regard, right? But there you go.
It's an invasion. This incursion.
Yeah, it's an invasion. It doesn't have to be illegal. It's none of your fucking business.
And let's characterize it that way for now. I don't think the Ukrainians want to intentionally hold Russian territory for a long period of time. But this really set Putin back on his heels. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Look, it made him stronger, okay? First, he was afraid. He was petrified. He was thinking how I could live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. And now you're back from Latvia. I don't know how you got to that place when you drove through Transnistria where it's not even fucking connected. I think I'm lost. All right. Leave Putin alone.
Putin's allowing it to happen.
Is he? He's sweet. That's sweet. He's allowing it to happen, guys. That's wonderful. That's, And people said he was unfair. What a nice thing, little Giffer. It must have been Ukrainian Independence Day. That's what it was. He knew it was coming up. And he was like, what can I get him this year? I know. What would they really like? A piece of my territory. I can't give them Crimea. I need the gas.
That's the reality. He's allowing it to happen. I will stress this again. At any point, Vladimir Putin could scale up the weapons that he's using. And he can say, 10 kilotons, flatten this region. Not
flatten this region.
Kursk, flatten.
Well, yeah, I think, thanks for clarifying. Not his own territory, obviously. Then he's, he's blown up Kyiv, and he's got a bunch of troops that are just, we're not going to hold this area. We're just going to kill fucking everybody, I guess. And then they keep getting closer and he keeps nuking everything within 10 miles of Moscow just to protect himself until he ends up nuking the Kremlin itself.
I don't know, Donetsk. What are we looking at?
What are we looking at? It's a mess. I don't even know anymore.
Where they're invading from, here's Kursk, from Sumy. Flatten them. He can literally just flatten the rural areas outside of it. He can...
Really? You mean the places that are already flat? He can flatten the rural areas. That's your two-part plan. That's your two-part plan. Attack Latvia through Lithuania and bomb farmland till it's flat. God damn, this is right. Okay. Hey, you can't argue with success. Okay? This dude has a huge bot audience. I'm sorry. Did I say bot? I didn't mean that.
Can destroy any means by which vehicles could transport through, and he can say cut them off.
Including his own, stupid. They want the territory for its use. They don't want a fucking giant nightlight across their border to glow during the night. What are you, stupid? They're trying to seize the territory. They want it. It's Russian territory to them. Fuck, even Latvia is, you dumb motherfucker.
Tactical or nuclear artillery. I mean, the reality is this, my fear.
Yeah, the reality is this. My fear. I don't know, but I fear. Tim Pool.
Vladimir Putin nukes Kiev with a 100 kiloton bomb.
Yes, and all the Russian history that's there and the root of it, basically admitting that he's lost. Sure.
And says it ends today.
And everybody in Russia goes, what? Our 1,000-year history that you just destroyed?
The people of Russia won't tolerate this. But I got to tell you, there's another reality here.
Sorry, the people of Russia won't tolerate what? You bombing Kyiv? Because they wouldn't.
Putin may be very happy that they invaded Kursk.
Yeah, he probably is. He looked happy. Yeah, that video I saw of him, he looked like he could barely contain his smile. Like he was doing one of those Prince side-eye kind of smirks. I don't like this.
It's going to allow him to mobilize a war effort.
What? You mean he's going to mobilize his troops and have them attack Ukraine? Oh dear. Does this? Now I'm starting to feel bad picking on this guy. This kind of dumb isn't an accident.
He may be sitting back being like, thank God they finally did it.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I think you're right. Yeah. Thank God Ukraine finally invaded Russia after 2.5 years.
Now he goes on TV and says, NATO, the United States, through Ukraine, have attacked and invaded our country.
Yeah, he hasn't so much. No. Yeah, I mean, he could have said that a week and a half ago, I guess. Now it's a little late, I guess.
Displacing 130,000 people. He might then say, my fellow Russians, you must mobilize.
And they'll go, fuck you, we stand with Ukraine. And then he jails half of them and then takes those in jail and tells them they have to fight in Ukraine. And then they surrender and switch sides. And then everybody attacks Latvia. I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you.
We need weapons manufacturing.
Yeah, get on that. We need weapons manufacturing? Why? For the big Latvia push, obviously.
We need resources. We need food. The war.
We need food. Why do you think they invaded the rural land that you think they're going to nuke, dumb fuck? Where do you think that food's going to come from? They've been stealing grain from that area. You think they're going to nuke it, you dipshit?
Or has been brought to us. If you sit back, the West will destroy us.
By allowing you to pick your leaders after I am dead because one of my own cabinet has slit my throat and held my head high from one of the balconies in the Kremlin.
And this is going to ignite the people of Russia.
Oh, yeah, totally. Because right now they've been kind of phoning it in, you know what I mean?
This may be what Putin was hoping for.
Yeah, he totally was. I think 2.5 years ago he was like, I'm going to tell everybody we're going to win in 6 days, but what I really want is to lose territory in our own country. Trust me. Stop screaming. I know what I'm doing, okay? Look at me. I'm the shortest guy here. I know what the fuck is up, all right?
So then, with the mass mobilization...
What mass mobilization? Motherfucker, they already had a mass mobilization. When he started this war, everybody fucking left. Dude, do you have any idea how many, Russian bloggers are out there who have fled the fucking country, who are just shitting on Vladimir Putin day after day? My fucking God. Where has this asshole been?
They go in and crush Ukraine.
Is this what happens when you use, Scott Ritter's asshole as a bong? You just get this kind of dumb?
If it really did escalate to that point, I fear Putin would...
I fear. I don't know, but I fear.
Then bomb Kiev. You know why?
because you said it 7 times already and you can't think of anything else because you have a limited strategic mindset that's based largely on a couple of movies and maybe one television series and an album cover you saw 10 years ago? Is that why?
Because ain't no European nation is going...
Because ain't no European nation...
What did they say?
They say ain't no European nation like a Poland European nation right now. Now, I don't know what you're talking about. None of us do.
Which city was it in Poznan, I think it was? Might have been.
Probably. Doesn't matter at this point. Honestly, just say Latvia.
Some EU parliamentary member says, no one is going to sacrifice New York for Poznan, Polish city. If Vladimir Putin really was to nuke a Polish city, there would be no dramatic mutually assured destruction escalation. If Putin...
What? So what he's saying is that there was an EU member, I don't know if it was a NATO member, because that's what matters. According to Article 5, attack on one is attack on all. You goddamn straight, if they nuked a city in Poland for the fuck of it, Russia's done.
Putin were to attack Kiev with a...
Yeah, if he was to... How about... Let's game all this out. What if he was to nuke Beijing? Then we'd all be buddies again. What if it happens if he nukes Taiwan and Russia's like, we did you a favor, and China's like, we were going to eat that.
100 kiloton bomb flattening city center, just decimating their center of central governance.
They don't have a center of governance. They've diversified it specifically because of that fear. They have several points. Kyiv is the capital, and it is where the center of government is, but it's not run that way because they can't afford to, because it's constantly under attack.
Is NATO really going to scale this up?
Scale what up? According to you, we gave them the go-ahead to invade Russia already. What do you mean scale it up? How much more scaled up can this shit get from Ukraine's side, dummy?
I do think that if Putin were to drop a nuke on Ukraine, Democrats would be in trouble because a lot...
Because what? Because what? Everything we said about Russia was true?
A lot of people in this country are going to blame them. They're going to say, Ukraine, if we did not support it, a country we have nothing to do with, Russia would have come in and taken the land bridge. That would be the end of it.
Taken the land bridge? What the hell?
The escalation's crazy, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't even know what you've already told us.
Invasion? What invasion? Putin is downplaying Ukraine's Kursk offensive.
Yeah, this isn't helping your argument. I will say, though, you're right, though. He does look happy. Look at his face. He looks almost as happy as you do, Tim. You dumbass.
Sure. Atlantic Council. Warmongers.
They're reporting on it. Either call him out as wrong, or... And genuinely, where is he not? Find the fucking Vladimir Putin quote, like, I'm going to fucking nuke you bitches if you don't get out of here. Where is it? Where?
Kelly added, since the invasion now over 2 years ago, we have, periodically, as we should reevaluate, how we're going to conduct ourselves with regards to Ukraine. As soon as Ukraine invaded Russia, the U.S. should have cut off all funding. But the point is...
What? That's not what Kelly said. That's you.
Ukraine's a vassal state of the United States.
No, it is not.
Russia knows this.
Well, then I would suggest they don't attack it. If basically they're a territory of the United States, you're fucking with the big dogs now, dummy.
We are being dragged into that war.
Also, we're nearing the end of this video. And besides a mild temper tantrum from dim shit over here, most of the details that were actually discussed in this video were so far off from reality so as to be comically amazing. But we are getting to the end of this thought, whatever this is. This is a clip he put up. I did not pull this from his show just to go, here's a moment where here's 12 minutes of him being the dumbest I've ever fucking seen. Tim Pool posted this video of himself talking about these things for the whole world to see. You understand the lack of self-awareness that is involved in posting this clip.
I'll leave it there. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this.
Why? We're going to be in World War III before November, dumb fuck. Why am I smashing likes or subscribing? Who's going to smash that fucking like? We're all glowing in the goddamn dark. We're in a war, and our women who aren't pregnant are going to be called up and shit, and we're all going to be defending Latvia and Poland as if anybody gives a fuck in a nuclear war. Like, smash the like. Eat shit, you dingleberry. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Pool outdumbing Dan Bongholio. Who thought it was possible? I'm amazed. I usually rely on this motherfucker to be the dumbest person in the room. And believe me, I'm seldom disappointed. I will tell you that right now. I count on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Beck will, Jesus Christu, make the ganglia twitch. He'll give you a fucking brain cramp with his bullshittery. By the way, I'm not making him black and white in this. This is him in black and white on this clip just to make himself look fucking more serious or something. This is his, like, he does this, I don't know, he tells this pre-story like it's the fucking beginning of
the alarm on
the Wizard of Oz, and then as soon as he does it, they transition over to color after the first ad. And then this dude comes in who's like an advisor for Elon Musk, who's, the whole argument on this one is AI going to kill us all. It's an hour long. I don't have time to do that shit. Even in the greatest live stream in the history of live streams. I'm going to let you guys go because I'm already an hour over and I love you. And boy, did we have some fun today. Holy shit. But what do you expect from the greatest live stream in the history of live streams? I'm Hal Sparks. This is Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Hal Sparks saying as only Hal Sparks can Hal Sparks whenever Hal Sparks wants to. Because that's what Hal Sparks does when it's time to fucking Hal Sparks, baby. If you want somebody to Hal Sparks, you ask Hal Sparks to do it. Thank you for watching the greatest live stream in the history of the existence of the interwebs. Look, I don't make this shit up. It's just a fact because I say it is. And that's all you need these days. If we learned anything from Donald Trump is that nothing has to be true. You just have to act like it is. And that in and of itself is why I have the biggest audience in the history of the internet. Real live people. There's other people with big bot audiences, but every single person watching my show is a real human being. God bless you, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and you smell terrific. All right, I gotta go. This is ridiculous, because if I hang around too long, you know what happens? I start chit-chatting with you guys, and then the kidney shows up. And
the kidney has a very special place in the heart.
Are you sure about that, or?